and for the rest of the fellas to get here. This is SPORTz on W.A.A. We are going to discuss the NBA Finals. 2021 NBA Finals. We have the Milwaukee Bucks versus CP3 and his Phoenix Suns, because he be sunning. Yeah. Wait a second. Yeah, sorry for that feedback. Yeah, because he be sunning them. So yeah, what an interesting year for the NBA. Wow. I guess LeBron was right. Those injuries really shaped this one, even all the way down to the wire. As we've seen, Giannis was injured for those last, 2 games. Trae Young was injured, for game 4 and 5. Sorry. Atlanta ended up losing game 5. Damn, man. I wanted them to win that game so bad. But yeah, Atlanta ended up losing game 5. And then he returned for game 6. And when he returned for game 6, they ended up losing that game. As we see, Chris Middleton seems to, we seen this last year, become a breakout player whenever Giannis isn't there. So clearly that's a sign how he could be very passive when Giannis is on the floor. So, I'm no NBA coach, but I think the coach, Budenholzer, has to pick up on that and find a way to facilitate the game a little bit through Middleton a little bit more. But I know Giannis is so dominant that you got to go with the dominant hand. So I get that much, but that's his job. He gets paid to do that, to figure all that out. Clearly, Middleton seems like a 25 plus, 30 plus player when Giannis isn't there. But kudos to the Bucks. They made it to the finals. They had Miami this year to mess that up, because I was under the impression that Miami shut them down last year. But some people may think otherwise, but that's what stats told me. Nevertheless, give me a second, guys. Excuse me. Yeah. So here we are. And as for Phoenix goes, wow. You know how Phoenix got there? Phoenix did exactly what they were supposed to do in the regular season, to position themselves to play against certain teams that put them in a position to sort of, I don't want to say coast through this playoff run, but they got there with a lot more ease. We've seen this time and time again that the Clippers seem to get injured. Other note on Clippers, we got to give my man Paul George some credit here. Paul George, we know he's no longer a number one option. I would say after that knee injury, he no longer became a number one option, but he held them down for at least a game or two. But what can you expect when you got Patrick Beverley on the floor and, Reggie Jackson, though he can, I would call Reggie Jackson a scorer, not a shooter per se. So, pretty simple. Phoenix is a really good defensive team. Monty Williams is pretty good at that. He's always probably had a strong defensive mind, or at least a coach that can read the floor. And he really just, put the pressure on Paul George and force everybody else to become scorers. That's why you see Marcus Morris going off, which, maybe he's capable for a quarter or a half, but we know Morris wasn't going to win this for them. It had to be PG. And unfortunately, they're sitting at home with me. So, that's how I think Phoenix got there. Phoenix got there, thankfully, to the route they took, I didn't believe in Utah. Utah wasn't. They're a joke. I'm sorry. I love Donovan Mitchell. I think Donovan Mitchell is the next Dwayne Wade. Actually, he's a better shooter than Dwayne Wade, just not a better defender than Dwayne Wade. but clearly that's his mentor. Makes sense to me. Yeah. So those boys just can't get over the hump. They're missing another piece, but we'll talk about them another time. Let's keep it on the NBA Finals. Yeah. So, matter of fact, let me speak a little bit about SPORTz on WA. SPORTz on WA is going to be more of a panel discussion, with some of my other compadres where we talk about sports, analyze sports, and, based on what we see, we're going to use some statistics that we like to go over. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been throwing some stuff out there. If it sticks, it sticks. You know what I mean? But, yeah, we have a nice little banter, and we wanted to bring it live to you guys. So here we are with SPORTz on WA. Hope you subscribe. Stay tuned because we got a lot more sports talk down the wire. So yeah, but ultimately, yeah, I think that Phoenix had an easy route here. Phoenix definitely had an easy route. Oh, let me go back to the Bucks and Atlanta. Game 6. Now, I like Nate McMillan, the coach of the Hawks. I do like Nate McMillan. I've always liked Nate McMillan back when he was coaching Jamal Crawford and them boys, Brandon Roy and them boys on Portland. I thought Nate McMillan didn't get a fair shake then, but thankfully he showed his worth this season, hopefully, where, he stays around as a solid coach. I mean, he's a better coach than, let's say, like a Mike Brown. You haven't heard that name before, who used to coach LeBron. But Nate McMillan is a smart coach, good guy. I think he gets the voice, especially those young players, is what you see. Here's where, if I was Nate McMillan, again, I don't get paid the big bucks to do this. I'm just watching and I'm analyzing. And what I think Nate McMillan should have done in that game 6 was have Trae Young come off the bench. We seen this when Chris Paul was out for those 10 days, right? I'm going to Chris Paul. When Chris Paul was out those 10 days, when he came back, right? When he came back to play against the Clippers, he was rusty. It's very hard to take a player out of the game, you know what I'm saying? Especially on a tight playoff schedule, and then implement him, and he's not going to be in the same rhythm he was before he went out the lineup completely. So I felt that with Trae Young having missed, the game before, whatever, that bringing him back, Atlanta showed their will. They won. What was that, game 4? Yeah, they won game 4. Atlanta showed that they tied the series up. Ended up losing game 5. We all know it's go time for Trae Young for game 6. But I felt he should have had Trae Young come off the bench. That way you would have had Nick Young inspired to go in there and take off. I mean, sorry. I said, who the hell has that? I mean, you would have had Lou Williams back in the starting line. Excuse me. You would have had Lou Williams back in the starting line, and Lou Williams would have been that light to the spark, and then you would have had Trae Young playing with the second unit. You know what I'm saying? Having Trae Young play with the second unit, I think that would have helped the Atlanta at least have a more formidable game instead of having Trae Young start for game 6. And then next thing you know, yeah, they're down the whole series. I mean, they're down the whole game. Hold on. Magnificent, you in there?
Yeah, we in the building.
Okay. We got people in the building. All right. Now, I was just filling in, talking about how we got to the finals. So, Atlanta losing game 6. And then how I was under the impression Phoenix kind of, the route they took to the playoffs kind of helped them from the regular season, because they handled their business in the regular season, and that's how they positioned themselves to have an easier route to the finals. Of course, with injuries included. What do you think?
Yeah, most definitely. They we call it a cakewalk.
Yep.
And by not eliminating, but Trey had he had an easier route than the Bucks did, most definitely. The Bucks went to game 7 in the second round. Like, people don't understand, that's wear and tear on your body when it comes to the playoffs. A 7-game series so early, not like first, second round, at least 5 or 6, but you win a 7-game series against the number 1 seed. You prevail to now this Energizer Bunny who's had a easier cakewalk, and you guys prevail again. Like, it definitely was, especially for the Hawks, definitely was a cakewalk. I'll put it like this. by the Nuggets taking out the Clippers last year in the bubble.
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers had a cakewalk to the championship.
Oh, that's a fact.
I equivalent that to the same thing. And there's no disrespect to the Lakers, no disrespect to the Clippers, no disrespect to the Nuggets, but you created this easier platform for now the Lakers to come in, who was already a dominant team, who I'm thinking probably would have met that series go to 6 or 7 games against the Clippers, because the chemistry they had this year they didn't have last year. They didn't have a lot of the players they didn't have. So they definitely, it's the same thing that happened this year. Trey had who he played? The Knicks, followed by
he washed them.
Who else did they play? The Knicks, and then they played who they play after the Knicks?
They played Philly, bum ass team.
Philly. Now I'm not gonna take no credit away from Philly, but
yes,
man,
take credit away from Philly, bro. Come on,
man. No, I'm not taking away credit from Philly. I'm taking all credit away from Ben Simmons. What are you talking about? What? I'm not taking no credit away from Philly. Embiid got hurt, bro. And
Who got hurt?
Embiid, he had a little tweak. I don't think he was 100%.
Man, Embiid showed up. That wasn't the problem.
Yeah, but again,
the
you know
player
that
they really
tweak
had that was hurt. Not to cut you was Danny Green.
And I feel he's a factor, but he's not a determining factor.
Right.
Definitely. He's a factor, but not a determining factor, bro. So I'm like, yeah, guys. And I thought that series was going to be way more difficult for the Hawks. Way more.
It should have been.
I thought it was going to be way more difficult, bro.
It should have been. It should have been.
I'm like, in that Philly series, I was just looking like, bruh.
That's I like to talk about on paper. On paper, that don't even make sense.
People do not. I feel like we go off of talent. I feel like we go off of a lot of things. There are a lot of teams that you look on paper, you look on the stat sheet, you look on this, they look amazing.
Yo, facts.
They look amazing. You look at the Nuggets on paper, and there's no credit, on paper, the Nuggets should definitely always be the top 1 through 3, 1 through 4 seed in the West. On paper, right?
I agree.
But look at them when they get on the court. And I'm not taking away anything from them, but when you look at them when they get on the court and they have another big man that take Jokic out of his game, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
I agree. And the crazy thing is, too, actually, we're going to touch on that about next season. Who's the paper champs? Because I think that's a really good topic to touch on. We'll touch on that next. Who you like? You spoil
I said, I like that, man.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to talk about who's going to be the paper champs for next year. And then we'll do it again after, the draft and all the trades go through, who to be the paper champ.
I couldn't figure it out, man. All right, my fault, man. I look a little rough.
I thought I was the prettiest one on here, man.
Yo, man. Chill, man. You don't even got no beard, bro. Yeah, I like that, man. Because there's a lot of teams that we don't get to sit down and analyze. Like, yo, watching, like, dudes put up numbers, man. Put up numbers. They put up stats, and they'll do it for that one game. And then, you start looking at the trades they acquire, and it's like, yo, on paper, these dudes is nice.
Yeah.
And you get them in the thing. Like, look, perfect. This dude, he's on the Nuggets now. He was in the dunk contest like 2 years in a row. He got robbed.
Oh, Aaron Gordon?
No, he won. All right. Man, a few years ago, you couldn't tell me Magic wasn't supposed to at least be in the playoffs or at least make some noise. What happened?
It was well, hold up. I'm gonna say a name, but it changed for them once folks got hurt.
Okay.
That's why they didn't make the playoffs.
Right.
No, they made it. They made it in the bubble, right?
Yes, they did make it in the bubble.
Yeah, but this year folks got hurt, and they weren't playing up to their potential. But then folks got hurt, and it was over for them. They just looked like they gave up.
Listen, I am the current state of the NBA right now.
Yes, let's talk.
Tell people, Ja Morant, even Giannis, Trae Young, You look at these dudes, even no, I'm not gonna say the Celtics. I'm not gonna say the Celtics. They got some vets on the team. But these
The who?
dudes are the Celtics. They got a few vets. Meaning they've had people who've been in the playoffs before that have experienced playoff basketball. See, it's not just regular I can play ball. It's not that. We're talking about like playoff experience vets. John Morant doesn't have that. Even looking at Melo Ball. Like if Melo and them would have made it, I doubt they would have got
They
far.
made the playoffs this year. They missed it. They missed it, right?
They missed it they missed the I think the playing tournament they lost. Yeah.
Oh, the playing tournament they lost. Yeah.
Okay, Google, did the Hornets make the playoffs this year?
On the website, charlotteobserver.com, they say the Hornets last reached the playoffs in the spring of 2016, losing a series to the
back when Kimba was balling.
The makeover since then.
Okay, thank you, Google. Okay, thank you, Google. Oh, I'm about to say she don't listen. But that's so. The reason I brought that up is these guys, even Giannis, like Giannis just now, and Giannis made the playoff the last 3 or 4 years. These guys just now are learning shot control, pace of the game. There's no vets. These guys don't know how to run the clock, when to do it. Let's take a timeout and get the ball closer. If the coach don't draw it up, they don't know because they don't have this experience. Yes, Papa.
Yeah. All right. So
I don't know what the remote is.
Back. So let's take what you just said, right? Let's take what you just said. Because this is actually one of the topics. Let me ask you this. I'm gonna throw this out there. Because we know who the playmakers are on both sides. We know who the playmakers are with the Bucks. We know who the playmakers are with Phoenix. We know we got Chris Paul. We know we got D Books. We know we got Middleton, Giannis if he plays, whatever. That's the playmakers. Who's the difference makers? These are the names I got. And you can rank them for me if you want. Jay Crowder.
Almost definitely. The only person before you go, No, read the list. I'll get back to Jay Crowder.
So we got who's gonna be the difference maker in this series? Is it Jay Crowder? DeAndre Ayton, Brook Lopez, or PJ Tucker? Now I was gonna throw Cameron Payne in there, but he's coming off the bench, so I'm gonna leave him off.
So we go with Crowder,
those 4 guys.
Ayton,
Brook Lopez, or PJ Tucker.
Lopez, Tucker.
So the playmakers and the difference makers, because these guys, based on this series, will be the difference makers in this series.
All right. So I agree with this whole list, but we gotta put something next to somebody who I feel no one's giving him the credit, because this person's played in the finals the last 5, maybe about 5 years. We got Jay Crowder. It's the only one playing that has any finals experience.
He won with Miami. He went with Miami last year, right? Yeah, he went with Miami last year.
Yeah, he went with Miami last year. Bron was destroying him, and then he played with Bron when the Cavs
won. Right.
He played with who did he play with? No, it wasn't Golden State. But Crowder hasn't missed.
I don't know if he was in the finals.
Nah, but this is playoff Crowder. This is championship Crowder. Like, people are not aware that even though this is a small market team, both teams, this is the only person that has actually won a Eastern Western Conference Finals and has now gone to the promised land on both sides. So, of course, this year, I think for the Suns, the Suns didn't have a bad walk. A few games did have me wary against the Clippers, but they regrouped and they came back. But Crowder definitely is a playmaker. Definitely.
You say a playmaker or a difference maker?
Nah, I'm gonna get to the difference maker, and I'm gonna say Ayton is the difference maker. Why? Giannis is Giannis. But the problem I have with Giannis is Giannis plays his secondary more than he plays his primary. Meaning, Giannis is a power forward. But he puts the ball in his hand. He brings the ball up. He's rebounding. He's defending.
Yeah.
Ayton doesn't do that. What does Ayton do? He gets to his spot on, boom, boom.
Yeah, he's a true center, though.
Exactly. That's the difference maker. When you look now, I'm not going to take any credit away from Lopez, but he's not as solid as Ayton. Lopez is going to get his numbers. He's going to get his boards. He's going to get his block. You need him under there. But Ayton is young, agile. He's still developing his game, but he's definitely got the footwork down. He's more agile, like to put the ball, throw it. Chris Paul is good for throwing it up.
You see footwork out of Ayton?
Yeah, you can see that, bro. You can see that.
Watching and analyzing, I ain't seeing no footwork out of him. I'm seeing Chris Paul doing his magic, you know.
Most definitely. But the reason I say that is because, you know, big man with the drop step. You get it back. Yeah. That's still considered footwork. It's still considered footwork. It's not. You thinking about Hakeem? Timmy? Nah, see, you can't do that, bro. That you put too much pressure on that boy, man. That boy about to crumble, man. But a little footwork, just
footwork. Okay, he's improved
just to create. You get what I'm saying? Opposed to Lopez, who is now getting on the wing. Yeah, to me, it's a Gasol type game for me. He's not banging boards. He's not. Nope. Give it to me on the wing.
Stretch player. He's basically when he's on. He's what you've been looking for Kristaps Porzingis to be.
most definitely. Bro, like what?
That's all we asking for, Kristaps.
That's it, bro. Yo, Chris, if you're listening, bro, please, no disrespect, bro. Go work with another superstar, bro.
Yo, for real,
big man.
Step that game up,
for
man.
Real. And it's not. It's good you shoot. You really spread the floor. But you 7 feet, bro. Go bang some boards. Go bang some boards, man. But Lopez is gonna be. I'm gonna put Lopez as the playmaker. Only because of his experience, and you need somebody to battle, and down below under the boards. PJ Tucker is gonna be the difference maker. Because if he get under that skin, he's gonna play this game like how we watched Beverly play.
Right.
And you saw that aggression when he played Brooklyn. You saw that aggression. It got a little sloppy at times. Let's keep it 100. It got a little sloppy at times. But overall, definitely the difference maker. He's holding your best player regardless.
Yeah, that's a tall order, man.
Yo.
I mean, Kevin Durant at his peak, and he's the only one on the floor, and you got to guard him every
Why
possession?
wasn't Giannis the same height as Kevin Durant not holding him?
Not holding him because they didn't want him to get hurt, and he get hurt anyway.
Then he switch off, and it's like, I'm gonna give you your space. You know this man can shoot, bro.
Like come on, yo. You should be blocking his shot. Well, it's hard to block Kevin Durant's shot.
It is hard.
But he would fear Giannis stepping out there more than PJ Tucker.
Definitely. PJ Tucker, he got to fight through. All those hits, all that. You got to fight through all of that.
Yeah.
Giannis is too slow of a step. He has the length.
The length,
to keep up with him. But KD on a hezzy, you got Giannis moving already. Once you see that, he's gonna keep going and he's gonna take the shine space every time. Because Giannis is gonna give him that space so he doesn't get in foul trouble.
So is it safe to say Giannis can't guard some of the best playmakers in the game at his position?
Yeah, most definitely.
On ball. We talking on ball defense. Yeah.
Yeah, on ball defense. Giannis he's not slow, but
slow to
it goes back. Yes. It's a big man tendency where you're gonna reach every little hesitation, you're gonna reach. You're gonna go for it because you don't know, because you're second guessing your steps.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're second guessing.
Right.
Damn, if I slide my feet and this person goes up, is that a foul? Because he realizes how much of an asset he is to his team not being in foul trouble.
That's a fact. That's
trouble, true. You don't help your team out.
Especially
playoff
that's an easy way to take them out. Yeah.
Yes, it's playoff basketball.
Yeah.
You can that's the difference in being up 2-3-1 and being up and tying the series 2-2, or the opposing team being up 2 or 3-1. You get what I'm saying? Because they took you out your game. And now what they're gonna do? They're gonna keep taking it out your game. Like, do I have to bring it up? Let me write it down for you.
Yeah.
Let's hope you can see it, man. Do I have to bring it up? I'm not even gonna say it because I don't want them to flag your channel. Do I have to bring it up?
The Kings versus the Lakers, man.
Do I have to bring it up?
Come on,
on, man. Hack-a-Shack.
Yeah.
Larry Divac fouled out. All these what's this other dude there? He fouled out. Yo, here you go. Lakers take the game.
Yeah.
So that's
true.
So now you're watching teams not go for it. Oh no, you're in foul trouble, sit down. Oh no, you're in foul trouble, sit down. And we're talking about 1 or 2, bro. We're not even talking about how these dudes is banging balls. It's 5 minutes left with 5 fouls, and you still in there like, yo, pass the ball. So it's different now, man. It's different, man.
Yeah. Touching on that, what's different with the game. So what do you expect to see in this series, right? You expect to see more pick and roll. What's going to be the difference maker in terms of play? Is it going to be the pick and roll with Chris Paul? Because we've seen what Trae Young did with the pick and roll.
Yeah, definitely.
Now we got Chris Paul, who I think is just as good, if not better, at the pick and roll, because he's going to make smart decisions. And his mid game range is phenomenal.
If it's not there, he's going to take the shot, and I respect it. As a point guard, I respect it.
Right. So is it going to be the pick and roll? Which is it going to be the pick and roll? Is it going to be the 3-pointers, or is it going to be the defense in this series? Which one is going to be, the pace of the game that's gonna determine who wins and how it's gonna happen? Which one of those things?
Okay, so the crazy part, right?
Yeah.
I'm analyzing. The Suns took threes, but it wasn't at the variety. It wasn't at the level that any of these other teams would take.
I agree. Yes.
They were definitely going back to inside outside.
Yep.
Where Ayton is inside, Crowder step in for, Crowder hit a big shot. Next possession, they come down. Chris Paul will step in 2 feet. And as soon as the defense collapsed on him, he's throwing it up. Ayton got it. You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking at the Suns to continue to play the inside outside game. Because if you try to match the Bucks, who are very efficient, it falls off game to game. They're gonna get a few, but I think they haven't hit.
We know they're taking 10 a game threes.
Right. But in a game, I don't think they've hit less than 10 threes, bro. In a game, this play.
The Bucks?
The Bucks.
Wow.
Like, but collectively as a
team.
They
don't shoot well though.
Right. And that's what who was I just talking to? I'm not talking to. I was just listening to what's this dude's name? I was listening to Knuckleheads, the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Shout out
to
them.
They were talking to, shout out to Knuckleheads, man. We trying to get like y'all, bro. I was listening to Knuckleheads. I love that show, man. And who are they talking to, bro? Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, Ray Allen. Perfect. They were talking to Ray Allen. And Ray Allen says, has anyone ever looked at the league's three-point percentage? And I'm like, damn, you can look at the league's 3-point percentage? Yeah. He said it is astronomically bad. I'm saying, like, but you got no one takes in the fact of how many threes are made. Well, they take in the fact how many threes are being made, how many threes are being taken, bro. We talking about we have games where there are 50 plus 3-pointers taken, bro, and you're not cracking half. So that's a bad for a game. 50 3-pointers taken.
I know I've seen teams go 20? Like, I've seen teams go like 12 for 40.
Bro.
You feel like,
yo. So he's saying like we got to get back to the Webbers and stepping in and just taking a shot like a 2. Like he says, you take 2 steps in front of the line, you increase your efficiency.
Yeah, like, that's what Chris Paul does. That's literally what he's been doing for the last at least 2-3 years.
So it like that. So I feel like the Bucks definitely they're gonna go heavy on their. They're gonna rely on it. They need middle because 3 is always gonna be more than 2. Thanks to Golden State, that code is cracked. Everybody wants shooters now because we're gonna shoot our way out of a game if need be. We're gonna set it up and you start hitting. You hit 1, you hit 2, you hit 3. Now you're in the mode, but you hit 3 3-pointers. That's 9 points. I hit a few shots on the inside. Yes, you will always be in the league. And that's what Golden State has showed you. Like, yo, we're gonna go outside and we're gonna put the best shooters on the wings. Yeah. One person penetrate, I look left, I look right, I got somebody on the wing. 9 times out of 10, 8 out of 10, and knocking down that shot.
But see what Golden State had, they got first 2 Hall of Fame 3-point shooters playing in their prime together. And then they had, you know, where I'll give Steve Kerr his credit is being able to set those picks for those guys to get freed up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And Draymond having, you know, because Draymond would mostly, I would say, bring up the ball. Matter of fact, then they added Durant to that system.
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
so now you went from 2 options to 3 options.
To the 3 best options in the league.
Right.
If you ask me
at that point, and then even Draymond, you know, he spreads the floor.
Yeah, leave him open.
It's not an efficient. It's not a, you know, it's not a guarantee, but it's definitely.
I think the worst NBA player is decent at an open shot. You know,
most definitely, definitely, and he's taking them. You know what I mean? He's hitting them in some big games. He's hitting them in some. It's just at that in that setting, and I feel like everyone's going with that. You know, with that code breaker now. Okay, I need my big man to shoot. I need my center to shoot threes. I need my 4 to shoot threes. And better yet, I need my 1 through 3 to make sure they're hitting enough threes throughout the season. Like you want them to keep shooting. Whereas why isn't anyone working on that mid game? Why aren't we working on an in and out game? Why aren't we working on a ISO game? Like when I haven't seen an ISO in a long time.
Yo,
it's always
for
help.
Real,
man.
like
it's always help. Like
I ain't
let Jokic ISO. Like yo, give Jokic the ball clear up. Give him the
ISO game
trouble.
when Melo left the Knicks. That was the last time.
Yo, you don't see it no
like
more.
Pure ISO game.
I'm talking about. Look at Zebo. Zebo used to have him on the baseline. Like, nah, sorry, leaving you, kid.
You know, clear out. Let me work
and so you don't see this anymore because every time somebody gets the ball, or especially a big man down paint, instead of letting him show what he could do, he kick the ball back out to the open man because the defense is gonna collapse. The defense is always gonna collapse on that. I don't blame him.
Yeah. So
I feel like that's gonna be the difference. That's gonna be the I hope I answered your question, but that's gonna be the difference maker, bro.
Yeah. So okay, cool. Let's pivot into let's get you while we got you here. So who you got? Who you got in the finals? And then how many games?
I knew you was gonna ask me that, man.
Who you got? How many games?
Man, yo.
You want me to go first or?
Nah.
Yeah.
I heard your predictions.
You heard mine already, yeah.
I heard your rant, man. I heard your rant. Yeah. What did I say, bro? It could be worse, man. It could really be worse. And it's crazy because I feel like Atlanta is a bigger market than both teams playing.
Absolutely, it's a bigger market.
But it's still like it's not a big name. You get what I'm saying? Because
can we keep it a buck? This is like 2 college markets, bro. I know I'm
oh man.
Yo, man, it's like the NCAA, man. Come on.
It's the same way. So before I answer that question, now that you say that, did you feel the same way when the Cavs went? And why not?
No. And let me explain.
Why not?
Put that up.
Yo, boy. Yo.
No.
This was the Cavs, man. Like, this was their market, bro. Like, why not?
It's small, but Golden State is a big market. It's not the biggest market, but Golden State, and plus we have what the tried and true for the NBA when it comes to fans viewership to me is David versus Goliath. And they had it in that series.
Always. This is David.
As a matter of fact, it had an even more nuanced story because you had who was once the Goliath turned back into David and LeBron. Yeah.
And vice versa.
Like, that's a great story. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that's a great story in this series is Chris Paul
Everybody,
could
whoever
win.
wins, and whoever wins will receive their first. The coach will receive their first, and the players will receive their first. So that's the like that's what I get out of it, man.
That's like the NCAA, bro.
Oh shit!
Come on, man.
Even
Like,
that got a lot of hype, man.
You know,
but, I feel like I feel like I want Chris Paul.
Okay.
He is 16 years in the game. You have never, ever gotten this far without being hurt. Even you got hurt, the protocol, you have never gotten this far.
Yep.
Knock it out. Knock it out. Win. And at this point, you can retire. You can retire a champion, bro. It is a class of people that can honestly say they've never won a ring. And they've been there. They've been to the finals. They just never won a ring, bro. So Chris Paul, you are getting here. You have made it to the finals. Win. And you've never been, everybody in your ring class, well, except Melo. Melo never been to the finals. But that's not 03, right?
Nah, he wasn't in 03. I think he was in 05.
05?
Yeah.
You got all your buddies won, man. All your buddies won. They've been there. They've had the experience. You've never gotten over that hump because you've always gotten hurt. And you've had some pretty good teams. You had some pretty good teams. So I want Chris Paul to win, man. I want Chris Paul to win. I'm looking at Giannis is such a fucking variable, bro. Like I feel like that's such a variable. I want to say 6 games, but knowing them, I feel like it's gonna be a 7-game series. I feel like
7. Okay.
It might be. Okay. It might be, bro. I'm not gonna belittle any of the teams. I don't want them, because they're still full compatible NBA players. You know what I'm saying? Like even a worse NBA team can sometimes upset the number 1 team. You know what I mean? So
of course, yeah.
I feel like and then Giannis still has time. He has time to climb back up the mountain and get to the top again.
He does.
So if he doesn't win, if he wins, I'm happy. Yo, Giannis got a ring. Cool. If he doesn't win, you have time. Whether you stay. But I don't want it to be the KG effect. I don't want you to stay with the Bucks until you're past your prime and now you go somewhere and you win. And KG did it. Oh, wait, what's going on?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. We good.
Oh, so KG left and he won. But the league is different now, bro. The injuries are going to start compiling. So I don't want him to stay there and then, okay, we're going to keep bringing these pieces. And now you spent your first decade here and now what's left of you? So, I mean, I want the Suns to win because of Chris Paul. I want him to get his ring. But Giannis is still young. He has time to get back to the mountaintop. You know, he's in a good division. If he stay in the East, he could definitely go back the following year. Depending on it's some changes. So,
so look, I got you basically touching on the last 2 questions I have, right? So I'm gonna throw them both at you. 1, can Giannis be stopped? And 2, right? The matchup for CP3 against Drew Holiday. Talk about that and tell me what your thoughts are.
Oh man! So which one you want to talk about?
Whichever one you want to answer first.
Can Giannis be stopped against the Suns? Like playing against the Suns right now?
Can they stop the Greek Freak? I don't even know what nobody watched their regular seasons game, I'm sure, because that's a snooze fest.
Yo, the disrespect is at an all-time. Yo, you see the red pen come out, bro? You know how to give you a red card? Yo.
I don't even think TNT showed that one, man.
Yo, you gotta relax. They did, man. What's wrong with you?
That was the NBA TV, bro.
Yo, that was the NBA TV joints. Yo, the Fan Tuesday game. You gotta relax, man. You gotta relax. But I want to say that you can put You can put Crowder out there, but then you're going to get Crowder in foul trouble. You put Ayton out there, you're going to put Ayton in foul trouble. You don't have a lot of options to stop Giannis. You don't have a lot of options. The only thing I'm concerned with is which Giannis are we getting? Is this a healthy, full, 100% Giannis?
We don't know.
Are we getting a slightly hurt, tweaked Giannis? He had some time off. He didn't play in the last 2 games or last game.
Yeah.
And so he had about a week off. He just had to get dressed and show up. So he had like a week off to stretch out, get everything. Yeah. And now game is tomorrow. So we don't know which Giannis we're gonna get. Like there's a Giannis that pulls up, hits threes. They're not amazing, but he spreads the floor to the point where he can shoot a three. He have a Giannis that has a mid-range game. We have a Giannis that's just dominant. Like on a fast break, you cannot step in front of him because his arms are over here. Yeah. And he just goes right over your head and he's at the back. I want to say putting Ayton out there or putting Crowder out there, it will definitely slow him down. I don't think they
get frustrated. He looks like he gets frustrated when he plays.
Because the ball, he's too big, he's too athletic.
Hey, pause.
To miss some of the shots. Pause. He's to miss some of the things, like especially close ones in the paint, putbacks. Nobody out there is banging with you like that, bro. You get what I mean? Yeah. So that's his frustration. So I'll say that they have somebody to slow. They have enough power to slow him down, not fully contain him or stop him, because you don't know which Giannis you're gonna get game by game. Because did you see the new schedule, by the way?
Nah, I ain't check it out. They got it out?
Yeah, it's out, man. It's like 2 days in between a game.
Like, what? They working them
when they're playing home, it's 2 days in between. I'm like,
wow.
When you get a chance, look at the schedule. Now, your next question.
I know Lou Williams gonna like that. He gonna get his wings, boy.
Yeah, an idiot, bro.
He in Atlanta now too, boy.
Hell yeah. So, I think what you said, Drew Holiday and CP3.
So the matchup between Drew Holiday and CP3. I mean, Drew Holiday has for his whole career, he has not been talked about.
Super duper underrated.
But he's probably one of the most underrated players in the NBA. Man.
This is good. I ain't even gonna say
he's the difference maker. Actually, I should have had him on that list.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Oh, point guard too. Yeah. Because I'm not gonna take anything from Devin from Booker, not at all. Because he lights up and it's a Christmas tree, bro. Like the lights don't go off. Right. But we talking about you put in veteran CP3 against. I mean, Drew Holiday got some time, but he ain't got the time Chris Paul
all defense.
Got. So all defense, and Chris Paul has slightly. He's still like the ball is on a yo-yo string.
Yeah.
But it's not the same.
It's not the same, right?
It's a step slower to a point where he would have made that pass or he would have blew past somebody real quick. Right. So I'm gonna say Drew Holiday might put up some buckets against a lot of people's favorite point guard.
Yeah,
so that's gonna be very interesting to watch, man.
Because a lot of people talk about Phoenix getting Chris Paul and that leading them to the championship. You could easily say that on the other side for Drew Holiday. I mean, bearing all injuries. Drew Holiday coming in and solidifying that position for the Bucks, quietly made them a little bit more formidable and more noticeable. I'll tell you this: with him, he keeps them in the game.
Most definitely. That's all you need. That's all you need
in the game. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think people realize how important that is. Like, you've ever been listening to like a game and you're here, they're on an 18-2 run. Do you know what that is? An 18-2 run? You haven't scored in 3 minutes, bro. Like, what are you doing?
No timeout.
No timeouts. And
you like,
so that is very important to where they're going on a run. All right, let me drop 2. They're going on a run. Let me drop 2. So now it's 18-10, 18-12. Not 18-2, like, boy, what is
right? Like,
how did we get here? if people don't realize, see, again, we're looking for, I feel like we have this mindset of the NBA is very entertaining. And it is. Superstars, and they're throwing alley hoop, bounce pass. They're doing what they're supposed to do. But when you get to the basics of the game and you have a player that doesn't hesitate to pull up for a mid-range shot, who's quick to do, a layup or look for the open man to score an easier basket. Like, that's what I'm getting at. They want, like, no one's looking to score an easier basket. Everyone's looking for, damn, can I get this play on? Can I be on SportsCenter Top 10 tonight? Can I be on the video of the week? Like, we're getting away from finding the open man, a regular layup, for like finishing. Like, you throw somebody, you don't finish. Like, it's still void. Like, all right. It was good. It started off. You didn't finish, bro. After a crossover, you got to score. If you don't score, so he's the one player that I feel, like you said, he keeps them in the game, bro. Like, there's not going to be a crazy run when you have an 18-2 run. Let's hope not, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, unless Booker catches fire and the team is just, that's the only
even Booker catching fire, you can easily put you can put Drew Holiday on because they're both athletic. So you can put him on them and slow him down. But Drew on Chris Paul is definitely gonna be that. See, Chris Paul is like what's his dude name? Steph Curry. They don't do good against aggressive point guards.
Point guards, right?
They don't do it. They don't do good against them. Everything for them to catch fire or to do really good is off of ball screens and like wide open, like lacking defense shots. You see what I'm saying? Because you watch Russell on Curry. Watch
he frustrates
heavily on Curry.
When Dame Lillard's going at him, and
these are aggressive point guards, two guards, and they definitely get under his skin. So CP3 being older, being a step slower, just a step, not nothing crazy, the injuries, the age, whatever. These dudes are aggressive and energy. They ready. So all that move, it ain't gonna work. So I feel like that's definitely gonna be the another determining factor, bro. Like you break it down on paper, the matchup may look a little one-sided. It may look a little one-sided.
Right. On paper it do.
Yeah, it looks a little one-sided.
I think that's gonna be the most interesting matchup to watch. Is those two go at it.
Most definitely.
We know Drew to be a solid defender in the league, but we also know Chris Paul to be that general, and his decision making
before it happened, bro. Yeah, definitely.
It's key. So so that's pretty much the bulk of it. I know you're a busy man. I know you got to get to your post office job. But
nah, man, you made me miss Tom and Jerry, but I ain't even gonna bring it up.
Oh yeah, my bad.
I told you, and I was trying to catch the last minute. Always your fault.
But a pup named Scooby Doo should be on though.
Nah, I don't even know, man. Let me see. I'm tapped into the neighbor's cable, so I'm gonna see what they watching. And we just all watch that.
Man. Yo, remember old school? We used to be able to do that, yo. I used to have that rabbit.
This guy right here
from my mom's room, yo. Used to have that rabbit cord.
Yo, the only thing I ever did was my neighbors gave me their login code for Spectrum.
Oh, so you had it on your phone and everything?
Everything.
Oh, you was just casting it to the TV.
Shout outs to Google Cast. Yo, we gotta get some sponsorship. Shout out to Google Cast,
right? Sports
Google Cast. Yo, as a bachelor before I got married, as a bachelor, cable was not an option. You wanted to come to my crib and watch TV? We casting. We casting from the phone. So shout out to Google Chromecast.
That Chromecast is where it was at, boy.
All right, I got a Google Home now. I love it. Yo, okay, Google, what's my name?
Your name is Magnificent, the one and only.
Let's hit it one time for the one time.
Yo, ask Google what's my name though.
What you say? My phone broke up. What you said again?
I said, ask Google what's my name. Come on, man.
I don't think it worked like that. It don't work like that, bro.
Oh man, I think you gotta get your Google fixed, bro.
Nah, yo, everybody's always impressed. I got Issa Rae voice on my
You got who? Issa Rae?
Yo, you ain't just hear her?
Yeah. I mean, you could have got Molly.
I'm not gonna talk about that right now. This fucking guy, yeah. Yeah, we need some sponsorships, all right? So we're gonna go with Google.
Yeah, we need Google. We in here, you know. Open to your competitors as well.
Yo, holla at us if y'all get this video, all right? It's just
real, man.
Millennial dads talking about
That's it, bro.
Sports.
You already
see
know.
I shouted out your other page, right?
Yeah,
you
yo,
see
y'all
that,
check
man?
out Millennial Dad,
Yo,
man.
marketing 101, man. Don't ever don't ever let them down.
We definitely need people to tune in to Sports on WA.
Nah, most
watching
definitely,
and analyzing. Man. You know, so game 1 is when?
Tomorrow at 9.
Tomorrow at 9. Oh man. Okay.
Yeah. And I think
who got home court advantage?
Huh?
Who got home court advantage?
Shit. I think the Suns. They had a better record.
Oh, okay.
So I think the first 2 games.
They don't do it based off that All-Star game thing no more.
And if it was, I think didn't the West win?
The West won, yeah. The West blew them out.
So I don't think they do that no more because remember they do it for which is kind of dope, man. We could talk about that in a few seconds.
Okay.
But how 150 is dope, man. Like it's not a best of. Nope. You play the quarters and the first one to get to 150. I think that was a good idea.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, the All-Star game. I think it only matters in baseball now, bro.
Oh yeah.
Baseball might be the only sport where whoever wins the All-Star. Oh God. Yeah. Yo, man, I told you we gotta talk about everything, man. See, I did my homework for this, man. You know
Good.
this.
Man. You was well prepared.
You know Canada. It's the Canadian Lightning. No, it's the Tampa Lightning versus the Canadians, right? Canada won't let the Lightning family members come to Canada.
Why? Because they're not vaccinated or something? Oh, is that
no,
okay?
Because that would make sense, but they're still scared about this virus. Remember, Canada had a very, very low percentage. They closed their borders. So when it comes to sports, like Toronto didn't play any games in Toronto. I think they had another court in Orlando. Yeah. They didn't play. So that's something to I'll keep an eye on that. But
I'm not familiar with how their contracts work. I don't know if that's worked out contractually, but I assume that, based on my knowledge of contracts in general, that they're subject to these changes. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
So you got to deal with it. But
and they
want to keep. If they still cutting your check, because that you're contractually obligated to have.
Most definitely.
It's gonna be all right. It's just a game.
So and they just said it's just for now until they figure things out because they did it where Canada played Canada. Yeah. And then they broke up the US into East, South,
region.
North,
and
they did regionals. So everybody played the regionals and then they did it like that. So whoever won out of all the regionals are now playing the winner of Canada. So I mean it's a lot going on.
So the SEC played the Big Ten and all like
pretty much all that good stuff, man. All that good stuff when it comes to hockey.
Covering all sports.
Yeah, we're covering all sports, man. All sports. But this is our first video. I hope we did good. I hope everybody watched.
Man.
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 It's gonna be plenty more.
100,000 views.
Definitely. Man. Yo, what we trying to do? We gonna tomorrow final predictions, or you want to wait till Wednesday? What we gonna do?
Nah, we'll do it the game after. You know what I'm saying? We might get some other fellas in here. We'll do it the game after.
You know they don't got no minutes on their phone, so that's probably why they ain't calling.
They gotta get that.
It's the first of the month, you know what I mean?
Oh, word, man. That holiday screwed them up, man.
They had to send
some clothes back home.
Yo, chill, man. You know I gotta send some clothes back home in that barrel. You got any shoes or anything you want to send back home?
Word, yeah.
They gonna cancel this channel before it gets started.
Oh man, we already out the gate. Oh man. All right, I gotta have the backup page. You know how YouTubers, they got the backup page.
Backup page, Millennial Dad.
Word. Go check all that out.
Yo, check that out. Holla at my
Yeah.
boy. All right.
Yo, man, if you want to shout out, put your information out there. If you want to grab some extra followers on your Instagram, all that. I'm not that guy yet.
My Instagram is for my Instagram is just for booty shakers and
Oh, you're a spectator too. Yo, I got my spectator card in my pocket, man. Right next to my debit card from when I got the
Yo, you was a fool,
you know?
man.
Well,
yeah, you know what? Next time I'm gonna have it written down and I'm gonna show it so the people can see it, man. It's too much.
We should have titled this OnlyFans Sports.
Yo, what? Yo, OFS.
Yo, man.
Like, what? Oh yeah, OnlyFans Sports, man.
Yo,
That's sick,
man, word. We reviewed
That's
the
only way.
The lingerie league. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Chill, they on hiatus right now. They start up soon though.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you saw the basketball one though, man.
Yo, that basketball one. We gonna talk about that too.
Yeah, we gonna talk about that on Millennial Day.
Yeah, word.
They canceling this channel.
Word.
So
we need
about
this
that
channel to grow.
Millennial Day.
Word. Let's run it back down the middle for this channel. Okay.
Yo, facts, bro.
Word.
Well, not definitely. So probably Wednesday, or you gonna wait till the second game?
Yeah. Let's get back up on Wednesday. If we want to throw a little video up, you know, we got each other's contact. So
yeah, definitely. All right, Brody.
All right, man.
I thought
that was a good one.
It was good. Yo,
yeah, man. Yeah, I got plenty more topics for us to talk about.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna break it down.
I bet.
All right, magnificent.
Yo, you know what I mean?
I'm so used to just calling you know. But I'm gonna call you magnificent.
Yeah.
No relation to Thugnificent, right?
That's my cousin. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody, all right? Yo, if you see me again in the bed, it's going. Don't act different, all right?
Oh, man. Yeah, man. You know, look, if you see me in the bed, don't say nothing. I'm trying to get this.
Yo, man, summertime. This
I need
a
bed sponsor too, man. Maybe get one.
Yo, we need a bed sponsor, so holla at us. Any bed sponsors? We need some oil, some shampoo.
For real.
Some clipper. Yo, any sponsors, just holla at us, man.
You know?
We definitely need that. All right.
Y'all follow us too on Sports on WA.
Sports on WA.
All right, man. Let's get up out of here.
Yes, sir.
I'll let you, bro.
All right. Later.